hot out there, wasn't it? I thought our team, showed a lot of heart. Came out in the second half, played extremely well. I thought our strength program, what we do and the way we practice, we handle our strength program all last week when we won that football game. I thought the second half showed that we were in great shape, played extremely hard. The defense played well. Had a couple of turnovers, eliminated a couple of turnovers. That game's not as close as what it was. So proud of the kids. Number one thing I'm proud of is our fan base. How about that? I mean, that's a great crowd. And that's what happens with great programs and great teams. And your fan base show up like that. That wasn't the prettiest sight I've ever seen. They were just tremendous. And the biggest reason we won that game is because of the way people showed up and showed off. And I just can't see enough how proud I am of the fans.
Coach Tyquan Landy, his teammate.
He's a tremendous player. He's got it. We talk a lot of times about the hit factor. He's not extremely big. He's not extremely fast. But he's a football player. He makes plays, and he should be good.
And he did so. You didn't have AJ Leggett, so it was him and Wentman the whole way.
Yeah, AJ's had some issues injury-wise. His back's been bothered. He's got a bad back, and hopefully we get him back this week because I think that defense played well over 90 plays, which is way too many. For those guys to go in there and play the way they did for 90 plays, plus they played on special teams. They're covering kicks and punts. It's just a great effort on their part.
How would you assess Michael's debut?
I thought, we won, number one. I mean, anytime you can start as a new quarterback and you win, guess what? That's what it's all about. And, I thought he did. I thought he was tremendous. We got to take care of the ball. We had a couple of turnovers there, which we can't have. But I thought for his first start in this environment against the Big Ten team, that team's improved an awful lot. That team's going to win some games. And, I thought he went in there and played extremely well, and just proud of the way he held. Took some shots there in the first half, came back in the second half. I thought he played well.
How much did his experience as a starter previously help him with that last drive?
I don't think there's any question. I mean, we had to. You had same situation. You got 4 minutes to go in the game. You got to score to win the game, and so that's number one for him. Took it down there and found a way to score and win the game for us, and that's huge. It's huge.
Coach, with everything that's surrounding the game, Purdue's in the house, and the way you guys finished it. I mean, how much more does that add to the sweetness of this? And also, I mean, how can you build off this for the rest of the season?
Well, I think the most improvement, again, a team makes is from game 1 to game 2, I think. And there's no doubt that we can get a whole lot better. We made a lot of mistakes out there today. And there's a lot of unknowns in that first game. A lot of first-time starters. And you don't know exactly what Purdue's going to think you know, but you don't know for sure how they're going to line up, how they're going to play. But I thought we had good adjustments there in the second half. I thought defensively and offensively made some great adjustments, did some good adjustments on special teams. I thought Nick Smith went in there, our kicker, and to be honest with you, he wasn't our kicker a week ago, and he kind of had a great week, and the other guy didn't, and he ended up being the kicker, made every kick, which was huge. I thought Amaretto went in there and he kicked off extremely well, like he did 2 years ago, and I thought our punter, with exception one time, punted the ball extremely well. So I thought our kicking game was solid, and but we can get better. I mean, we can get a lot better. We're going to have to. We've got a short week coming up here, as you know. Going to Ohio on a short week is not easy to do, and we got to get back here tomorrow to work and do what we go.
Defensive ends were in question coming into the year, and it looked like Gary and Armand's really made some plays in the third and fourth quarter to help you all stall some of those drives.
Yeah, Gary Thompson is tremendous. He could be a tremendous pass rusher. He's going to have to be. I noticed him out there. I think there was time there in camp. I told him to play with 9 guys, and they started to come along a little bit there towards the end of camp, and they showed up today. So I think we played a lot of people today. We had to because of the heat and the depth. I think paid off there in the second half.
How much was the heat a factor?
I mean, we had some cramps. I mean, I was surprised we had some cramps, but we had several. So did but that's what happens when you play this time of year. And, but I think at the end of the day, we won because of our strength program and the way we train, and I thought we were strong in the second half.
Did it surprise you they didn't use 33 more on offense? He only had 6 touches, I think.
Yeah, he's coming off an ACL. He's a tremendous football player, and maybe that was part of the reason. I don't know, but I know he was our best player a year ago, extremely dynamic, and we thought that we game planned for him, thinking he was going to get a lot of touches because he is a tremendous player. That ACL injury he had a year ago.
What kind of gear to stop Devin? Is that why he didn't run as many?
Yeah, they were sticking a lot of people in the box and forcing us to make some throws. And then we started completing some balls in the second half there, and he's turned the ball over one time. Yeah, that's not characteristic of Devin, and he won't do it again. But, you're in the open field, he's got to take care of it. But once we started getting a little bit of a rhythm there, and the second half, we were able to complete some balls and force them to get out and get around the box up a little bit. But they went into that game stopping the run, and they did a pretty good job getting that done early on.
How was Remy sort of a difference maker, just because you let Devin see the game from the sidelines for a series, and Remy came in with a couple big runs and sort of settled things?
Well, I mean, and we went into every game, we go into every game planning on playing Remy. I mean, he was going to win the second, he was going to roll those guys, and you have to, you know, and you look up and, you know, Remy's averaging 5.5 yards a carry, Devin averaged 8 yards a carry, you know, so it's all good. Both of them were talented enough to play, and both of them need to go.
Now back-to-back games, going back to Louisiana Tech last year and now here today, where the opposition has a chance to drive down, take the lead, and your defense comes up big with an interception. How important is that?
Huge. And, you know, I think that maybe the biggest play was when we had that turnover out there, and we turned the ball over and forced a field goal there. You know, forced them into a field goal instead of giving them 7. And, you know, anytime you get in that score zone, the red zone, you're kicking field goal instead of scoring touchdowns, that gives you a shot to win the game. That's what happened.
Coming out in the second half, it seemed like Michael made a few easy throws to get the outside receivers into the game.
Yeah, well, you know, and again, probably the strength of those two corners, we're probably as good at corners as we see all year. I mean, I thought they challenged our guys pretty well, made some plays, but I thought our guys did too. But those two corners are good, and those inside guys, they had their loads now. I mean, like I said, I think that the Purdue football team is going to win some games. Daryl does a good job. They're extremely well coached. I thought they were, you know, they were close against Michigan State, some of those really good teams a year ago. Don't be surprised if they don't win some games this year.
Corey Tyndall played a very excellent game, I thought. How beneficial is it to have a guy that can play inside in the slot and outside? Well,
true. He wasn't planning on playing inside the slot. Chris Williams all got hurt. I mean, my man, little freshman Rowe was cramping some, so he had to move Corey Tyndall in the nickel. He hadn't played there. He hadn't practiced there much, to be honest. He feel confident in Rowe and Chris Williams Hall, and so he got forced in there, which forced. And I thought Rodney Allen did a tremendous job of going along with Baxter. So, you know, we got, you know, you just never have enough guys. And fortunately, we were able to. Corey's a smart guy, played a lot of football for us. He could move inside, and we could get Rowe back out there. But I thought he did some good things for him too.
Coach, talk about just that environment with the fans and the noise today. It's third largest crowd here.
Unbelievable. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people, and some of you guys have been here forever, and know for sure. But that may be the best atmosphere I've ever seen. I know a lot of people have been around and thought that was the best. And they were all our people. You know, there's been a couple larger crowds, but they weren't all Marshall guys. You know, they had some other people's fans there. I think there's only about 600 Purdue people there. The rest of them were in Kelly Green, which is what made that so special. And that walk, you got off that bus today, and I mean, I've never seen like it. I mean, that parking lot was packed, but again, that's what championship programs do. That's what we've been trying to get done around here for the last 5 years. Now let's keep it that way. It doesn't matter who shows up here when you're playing for championships and you got good teams and you want to be a great program. We got to show up like that every weekend, and like we did today. And so I can't say enough how proud I am of those fans, the way they showed up, and just a great sight.
How special is it for Keith Baxter to get that interception after all he's been through?
No, unbelievable. He deserves everything he gets. You talk about a guy that's had some adversity, and he deserves everything he gets.
Can you look at a win like this, you know, over a Big Ten team as that next step that Marshall is taking? I mean, you know, from the D2 to now to the progression.
I think we're 2-0 against the Big Ten the last 3 years. So Maryland is now a Big Ten team, so we count those guys too. We showed up, and I think the last Louisville and won the Big East. We beat Louisville, we beat Maryland bowl game, and now beat Purdue here. So I mean, I think we've proved that we can play with the Power 5 teams and play well. So it's great to get a win, and it was great for us to have an opportunity to have a Big Ten team here for the first time in the history of school and walk out here with a win that even more special.
Coach, in the middle linebacker, ended up, you've had a battle there with Petty sideline. You ended up with Husky most of the game, it seemed.
Yeah, Husky and Trey Tyler, we got Evan McKelvey in there, DJ played inside some, so we're hoping to get Petty. I think Petty's going to be back Tuesday, so if we get Petty back in there, that'll help us with the rotation. But I think Trey Tyler, he's a high motor, tough guy, and Husky's not very big. It seems like he finds a way to make plays, so we're glad to get him all.
One of your defensive leaders didn't play the majority of the second half, Jarquez Samuel. The other guys came in and rallied around him, but what's the status on him?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. I got to find that out. But I looked in there at times, I saw those two freshmen in there, Taquan Lang, and I saw Naquan Harris, and I saw Jason Davis. And there was a couple of freshmen in there at times. We saw Terrell One, I saw a lot of Steve Dillon. So, you know, the one thing you have to have is you have to have some depth inside there, and we've got that, thank goodness, because we lost our president. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.